Hi, this is a tutorial video on how to set up Google protobuf. So we're at the repository here on GitHub. Just go ahead and either clone it into your local GitHub account or Git, or in this situation we're just going to download. So download it to your downloads folder. We're going to extract now and give it a second. Let's jump into it. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is go check out the README. The documentation's a little sparse online. Luckily, they do a good job with all these README files to kind of tell you where to go. So we read through right down here. This is what we want: the compiler, the protocol compiler installation. So it's written in C++, and we need to go into the src folder and read that README in order to set up this set up the protobuf compiler. So let's go into here. Let's check out the README, see if we can get any more good information. Looks like we're going to need a big set of tools using Ubuntu, which makes it nice because we can just use the apt-get and grab all of these at once. So let's go ahead and type that: sudo apt-get install. We're installing autoconf, automake, libtool, curl, make, g++, and unzip. So we'll wait until it's done. Should take a few seconds depending on a couple factors. All right, great. So we're all loaded up now. We have all the tools that it's telling us that we need to compile the Google Protocol buffer. So the next thing we need to do is we need to run the autogen shell script, and we're going to type that in now. Let's go back to the root of the Google Protocol buff. And the autogen script is in there, so we're gonna kick that off. Real easy, just dot slash and the name of the script that you want to run. Yep, see, we have the autogen right here, so let's kick it off. Okay, good. It's running the script just like we need. Just wait a few seconds for that to finish up. Good, so we're done. Next we need to, if you look down here, to build and install the C++ protocol buffer runtime and the protocol buffer compiler, execute the following commands. So we have this nice set of commands down here that they give us, starting with running the script, the configure script. So we're just going to type /configure, let it kick off. It'll take a while. I'm going to pause the video and I'll reload it, or I'll unpause once we get this in. Alright, so the next one we're going to make. Once again, this will take a long time, don't worry. Unpause the video, unpause, good, it's done. So next is the make check command. Once again, these all take a long time, so I'm just going to pause the video to spare you. I think it took probably about 5 to 10 minutes, maybe, for this whole process. Good, so you see past 6, that's good. That means we're in business right now. So next we need to sudo make install. So we are going to install it. Just enter your password, let it kick off, and wait till it's done. Good, so that's finished. Run the last command, the ld config. Good. All right. So now that we've compiled the protocol buff compiler, we're going to go into the Java portion of the protobuf, and we are going to compile the Java protobuf compiler. So they're two separate things. This will allow messages to be turned into Java format. If you don't have Maven, you're going to have to install it. You can just type, to check, you can type mvn-version. I don't have it right now, so yep, no Maven, so let's install it. Simply with the sudo apt-get install, and we want the first package, which is just Maven. Maven is just it's similar to Apache Ant. It's like a build tool. It's a little more powerful than that, but it's beyond the scope of this video. I can see why Google used it to set up the Java portion of this project. Cool. All right, so now we need to check if we have the proto compiler installed correctly. So just check the version, and you should get, yep, right there, libproto, and then the version number that you're using. Good. So that means we have the protobuf compiler that we did in the last step ready. So now we have to check Maven, and we're running a Maven test on our current directory, which has a Maven project built into it. I'm having some errors, so this is pretty common. This is my second or third time installing Google Protocol Buffs, and sometimes it kind of takes some fiddling with. So see, I'm getting some Java home errors, things along that nature. I'm gonna toy with it now and try and get it set up. You'll see me run the commands a few times. I ended up just reinstalling my Java development on this machine. I couldn't tell you why it wasn't working, but after a nice reinstall, you'll see in a few seconds we get it going. You know, it's sometimes with this Google Protocol Buffer or any big project, it just takes some toying with to figure out what's wrong. You can see here on the left, I have some different windows open for forums to try and figure out why it's giving me the errors it's giving me. Yeah, I'm trying to refresh the path right now. Once again, just having issues. It's kind of a experimental. Try again. Yep, one more time. Yeah, so it errored out. This video is pre-recorded. It will work soon, so please bear with me. I had to pause the video to finally get it right. And I believe this is correct. So we are now compiling the Java jar, the Google Protobuf Java jar that allows us to generate Java classes from a .proto message in this library. So it's going to compile. It'll take a little while. Maven is running and doing its thing. So if you don't know Maven, whenever Maven's finished with an install, it will place the files that you specify what you're trying to build into its target directory. So we're going to need that for a later part of this tutorial. So we see that here everything was successful, our three runs, so that's good. Means we successfully compiled the Java Google Protocol Buff Java compiler. So we go into the target like I was talking about. There it is right there. So just right click and copy this. And we're going to need that when we run the pre-built examples that come with protobuf. So in here, just drop the jar, and these are the multiple examples that or the one example that Google gives you, and it has a few different types of files. It has Python, Java, C++. So now we're gonna navigate in there on our terminal, and they provide a nice little make file to compile everything that we need. It also builds the corresponding protocol messages for C++, Python, and Java. So this is a really good example to kind of show you how the Google Protocol Buff is multi-platform or platform independent as well as language independent. It compiles almost a class for for each language in this specific example, and then we get to use it. So we'll be able to modify the protobuf message in Java and then go look at it in C++, modify it again in C++, and then go look back at it in Java. Make sure you add the class path to the right here to the make file. It wasn't in there before and it was giving me bugs. That's one of the other things. Took me a few minutes to find out. That was just toying with it. Great. So we just ran the make file and see it generated tons of new files. It generated the compiled programs as well as the compiled protobuf messages for us to use. So these are the programs that we're actually going to be showing you how they run. We have the add person in Java, and then there's the list people in Java, as well as the add person CPP and the list person CPP. So these are basic programs that just modify a protobuf message, and then you can list the information inside of that corresponding message. Once again, it really does a good job of showing you, oh wow, I can pass a message from Java to C++, and it's like nothing's missing at all. It's very very useful for many situations. So we're gonna call the add person C++ program. You have to pass in that proto-C middleman file that you see I have highlighted in the file explorer, and that is the protobuf message. That's where everything's going to get stored. It's almost like a SQLite database or something like that. So this is the program. It just prompts you for some information. What's going on right now? It's building up a protobuf message, kind of in the background of the C++ program. Just it's basic. It's very basic example, but it's enough to drill the point home. So next we have to run it. We're going to run it in Java, right? So we're going to take that message that we modified in C++, and we're going to go look at it inside of Java and see what's going on. So make sure you add it to your class path. I made a little typo right here. Gotta fix that. Alright, so we're back. I figured out what the issue was. A little bit of toying. So this is the command you need. The Java -cp, set the class path, and we run the list people Java program, and you see that the information that we updated in the C++ program is there. It's in that message, and we can see it using Java. So we're going to actually go back and modify that message again, and we're going to add another person. Only this time, this time we're running a Java program that's going to modify the protobuf message. So we've just modified the protobuf message, and now let's go back to the C++. And you can see when we list out the proto-C middleman, it has the two messages. The first one we created in C++, and the second one we created in Java. It's a really powerful tool. It's used for, you can use it for communication protocols. You can use it for storing data in databases. Really nice for Google to kind of make this an open platform API for us to use. We'll do it one more time. Just might as well drill the point home. Yeah, so we add another person using C++, and then let's list all the people in C++. Just show you it works. Works with any language that we have defined or in here. So here's my tutorial. Hope you enjoyed. Good luck getting this all up and running.